Picture this, Moulmein, Lower Burma, sometime in the 1920s. I'm a young British police officer stuck in a town where I'm hated by almost everyone. Yeah, you heard that right. Hated. And trust me, it's not a good feeling. Welcome to my story, a tale of imperialism, guilt, and a moment that changed how I saw the world. This is the day I shot an elephant, and it wasn't just about the animal. Let's dive in. I was a sub-divisional police officer in Moulmein, and let me tell you, the anti-European vibe was real. People wouldn't start a riot, but they'd make their feelings known. A splash of beetle juice on a European woman's dress in the bazaar. Yup, that happened. On the football field, some guy would trip me. The referee would pretend not to see, and the crowd, they'd roar with laughter. It wasn't just once, it happened again and again. Those sneering faces, the insults shouted when I was just far enough away. It got under my skin. The worst, the young Buddhist priests, thousands of them just standing on street corners, mocking us Europeans. Deep down, I hated my job. I hated the British Empire I was serving. I saw the ugly side of it all, the prisoners in filthy lockups, the scarred bodies of convicts, the hopelessness in their eyes. I was done with imperialism. I wanted out, but I was torn. Part of me saw the empire as this unbreakable machine, crushing people under it forever. Another part, honestly, I wanted to lash out at the locals who made my life hell. It's messed up, I know, but that's what imperialism does to you. It twists your soul. One morning, everything changed. I got a call from a sub-inspector across town. "There's an elephant loose in the bazaar," he says. "It's gone wild, you gotta do something." So I grabbed my old .44 Winchester, a rifle. Not even strong enough to kill an elephant, but I figured the noise might scare it. I hopped on a pony and rode out to see what was going on. This wasn't some wild beast. It was a tame elephant that had gone must, a kind of temporary madness. It had broken its chain, and its mahout, the only guy who could control it, was 12 hours away. This elephant had already wrecked a bamboo hut, killed a cow, raided fruit stalls, and flipped a rubbish van. The locals? Helpless. No weapons, no way to stop it. I reached the quarter where the elephant was last seen, a maze of rickety bamboo huts on a steep hillside. It was a cloudy, humid morning, the rain's just starting. We asked around, but as usual, no one could agree on where the elephant went. Some said this way, some said that. Some swore they hadn't even heard of an elephant. Typical. But then, yells. In the distance, I ran toward the noise and saw an old woman shooing kids away from something they shouldn't see. I turned the corner and froze. There, in the mud, was a man's body, an Indian coolie, crushed by the elephant. His face was twisted in agony, buried in a trench of soft earth. The elephant had caught him, stepped on him, and ground him into the ground. I'll never forget his face, eyes wide, teeth bared. It was horrific. I sent for a proper elephant rifle and waited. The elephant was in the paddy fields now, just a few hundred yards away. By the time I got there, a massive crowd, 2,000, people at least, had followed me. They saw the rifle and got excited, thinking I was going to shoot the beast. They didn't care when it was just wrecking their homes, but now, it was a show. They wanted the meat, the spectacle. I felt like a clown, rifle on my shoulder, with this sea of people at my heels. When I saw the elephant, I knew I shouldn't shoot it. It was calm now, just munching grass like a giant cow. Its must was wearing off. Shooting it would be like destroying a valuable machine. It was worth 100 pounds alive, maybe 5 for its tusks dead. I decided I'd watch it. Make sure it stayed calm and leave it for the mahout to handle. Simple, right? But then I looked back at that crowd. Thousands of eyes, all watching me, expecting me to act. They didn't like me. But with that rifle in my hands, I was the star of the show. And in that moment, I realized something awful. I had to shoot the elephant, not because it was right, but because they expected it. I was the white man, the sahib, and I couldn't look weak. If I walked away, they'd laugh. My whole life in The East was about not being laughed at. I didn't want to do it. That elephant with its gentle, grandmotherly vibe didn't deserve to die. But I loaded the rifle, lay down on the muddy road, and aimed. The crowd held its breath, like a theater audience waiting for the curtain to rise. I fired. Boom! The crowd roared. The elephant didn't fall, it just changed. It looked ancient, paralyzed, sinking to its knees. I fired again and again. Each shot made it weaker, but it wouldn't die. Its trunk reached up, it trumpeted once, and then it crashed to the ground. But it still wasn't over. The elephant lay there, breathing in slow, rattling gasps. I fired more shots, aiming for its heart, its throat. Blood poured out, but it kept breathing. I couldn't watch anymore. I walked away. Later, I heard it. Took half an hour to die. The locals stripped it to the bones by afternoon. Afterwards, everyone had an opinion. The older Europeans said I did the right thing. A mad elephant had to be killed. The younger ones said it was a shame, that the elephant was worth more than the coolie it killed. Me? I was glad the coolie died. Not because I didn't care, but because it gave me a legal excuse. Deep down, I knew the truth. I shot that elephant to avoid looking like a fool. That's what imperialism does. It traps you in a role, a mask you can't take off. That day taught me the real cost of empire. Not just to the oppressed, but to the oppressor. It's a hollow game where you lose your freedom to act human just to keep up appearances. Thanks for listening to my story. If it hit you, drop a like, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more stories that make you think.